Lou Stovall was born in 1937 in Athens, Georgia, and grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts. His introduction to silk screening came when, at the age of 15, he worked for Growers Outlet Supermarket.
There was a sign painter who was silk screening, the store signs, and I was fascinated because I'd never seen anything like that before.
In 1962, after a short time at the Rhode Island School of Design, Lou moved to Washington, D.C. to attend Howard University. There he studied under James Lassane Wells, who believed in printmaking. While in school, he began working as a sign painter at Harvey Botkin Sign Shop on Berry Place Northwest, halfway between Howard University and his residence.
And I had time in the morning and the evening or afternoon to go in and ask for a job. And I was very persistent about it. And one day I decided that I would have to do something proactive. So I cleaned up the entire shop, which was a mess. When Botkin returned, and he asked who took time to clean up and sweep, and they said, well, that kid did. And there he is. So if you don't hire him, you will.
By the time Lou graduated in 1966, he was foreman of the sign shop. Botkin gave Lou access to the shop and its equipment so that he could pursue his personal projects after hours. He worked on his own pieces and started creating posters for community events. Thanks to Lou, a new employee came to the sign shop, Di Bagley, a part-time student at the Corcoran School of Art.
Went to the Corcoran part-time, and Lou hired me to work at the sign shop because they needed a driver who didn't have a bad driving record.
In 1968, Lou and Di set up the Workshop at 21st Street Northwest with a novel idea and the help of philanthropist Philip Stern.
Well, Philip Stern asked me one day, what would you do if you had enough money? And I said I would have a shop where people could come and work with me, and I could teach them, for those who didn't know what they wanted to do or how to do what they wanted to do. And others, in exchange for that, they would have to teach someone else. And so Phil liked that idea.
Through the Workshop, Lou and Di would build unity among DC artists, support government and labor groups, and, by example, encourage community service. Hundreds of students have passed through the Workshop, and dozens of artists call Lou and Di their mentors.
Lou's place is called the Workshop for a reason. Lou loves to work, and if you're working with him, there's not a lot of hanging around, you're expected to work also.
Photographers, silk screeners, painters, you name it, all showed up at the Workshop, and it was really a central place for everyone to gather. And Lou has that way about him, and equally, so does Di, of generating that sense of friendliness and openness.
The Workshop continues to be a professional printmaking facility, an artist studio, and a community resource. And all the while, Lou and Di pursued their own art. As the eminent artist and critic David Driscoll wrote, not only did Lou go places with his own art, but he took others along as beneficiaries of his masterful pursuits in printmaking. The master printmaker's personal craftsmanship caught the eyes of some of the nation's most prominent artists, and Lou became a collaborator as he translated the media of Jacob Lawrence, Lois Mailou Jones, Joseph Albers, Gene Davis, and Sam Gilliam, among others. Lou's creative forays into capturing the nuances of art originally made with oil or acrylic or paper collage have expanded the boundaries of silk screening. His prints can have 100 or more different colors, all meticulously laid down one at a time in evoking the textures of the originals. The Workshop eventually moved to a building adjacent to Di and Lou's Cleveland Park home. Stovall World Headquarters became a welcoming destination for the community. Di and Lou continue their dedication to what Lou calls actual artist-made, yet affordable works of art. Lou's own prints and drawings enhance many public and private collections, including the National Gallery of Art, the Corcoran Art Museum, and the Phillips Collection. Dye's intricate work, acrylic on paper, glass, and handmade jewelry can be found at the Smithsonian American Art Museum and the City Hall Art Collection.